Hi, this is Manajaman Priya, and today I would like to talk about listening and speaking. And I'm making this video for my TESOL course as part of micro lesson. And here I'll be talking about how can we improve our listening as well as how we can improve our speaking. Listening and speaking is a very important thing by which we can improve our communications, by which we can even shine our career. Because wherever I'll go to give my Viva exam or wherever I will sit for presentation, if I have a good presentation skills, then I will able to provide a fantastic presentation. But if I don't have a good presentation or great presentation skill or great speaking skills, so that it will be difficult for me to make a better or advanced presentation. So that's why speaking is very important. So at the same way, when we talk about like speaking, so we have to come to listening, because listening is also one of the most important part by which we can develop our speaking. Because first of all, for example, you are talking with someone, you are talking with a teacher. If you can understand the speaker speaking, that time you will able to provide him response, you will able to respond him well. But if you cannot understand due to lacks of your proper listening skills, so that time it will be difficult for you to understand the person as well as to respond the person. For this reason, listening is also an important part for speaking, because while we can understand, then we can speak. But if I can understand my person whom I talking, so that time I will not be able to respond well. For this reason, both listening and speaking are very important. So in these micro lesson videos, I'll be just talking about how we can develop this tool with the help of advanced technology. So once upon a time, there was a time that it was very difficult for people to improve speaking and listening, especially those who are non-native. Like I'm from Bangladesh, so there was no chance to develop my speaking and listening from Bangladesh. Staying in touch with British people, staying in touch with American people, Canadian or Australian. But right now, it has been quite easier for me to develop my speaking as well as my listening, and above all English, connecting with them. So how it has been possible? It has been possible because of technology. Because technology made everything possible now. We live in modern era, so where we can develop, where we can do everything, whatever we want, through the help of technology. So I'll be sharing how we can improve our listening and speaking through the help of technology. So this is not my entire part of lesson. I have just taken a portion part of my lesson plan, and I'm going to share about this. For example, if I talk about listening, is important part already I mentioned that we can improve our listening. For example, taking a headphone. So what I do that when I go to my campus, or when I used to go to my campus, I used to download some podcast from YouTube. YouTube also one kind of advantage of technology, one kind of invention of technology. So I downloaded some podcast of European, like American, British, or Australian. Then when I used to stay in bus, and I used to take a headphone. I used to take a headphone, and by this headphone, I used to listen staying in bus. So thus I have improved my listening skills. So when I used to stay in bus, in bus we cannot study, right? In campus, university bus we cannot study. For this reason, because all the students talk, all the students make fun. So that time I used to use my headphone, and I used to use my smartphone, and thus I used to listen. So how it has been possible? So it has been possible. It was possible because of technology. Because technology gave me headphone, technology gave me smartphone, technology gave me YouTube, from which I can learn whatever I want, from which I can get whatever I want to get. So technology has made everything possible. So I have developed my speaking, listening through the following the advantage of technology, through the to using the advantages of technology. So if you want to do the same thing as students, so you can improve your listening following this, because it has been easier for us to develop our listening through the help of technology. And then if we just talk about a little bit about speaking, so this is also very important part, because by which we can express our feeling, right? If I want to express my feeling, or if I want to share my ideas with others, or if I want to make a better communication, of course I need to have speaking quality. So how can we get this? Yeah, first of all, I said that listening and speaking both are interconnected with each other. If you are a good listener, you are going to be a good speaker. If you are not a good listener, you are not going to be a good speaker. So now we have talked about how we can be a good listener. So we have been good listener, and now we are going to be a good speaker. So speaking, developing our fluency, developing confidence on speaking, we can do it very easily now. But once upon a time, it was very tough. Believe me, once upon a time, it was very, very tough. But right now, it has been very easy. For example, just before 20 years or 30 years ago, I'm talking about Bangladesh, just before 20 or 30 years ago, if you want to improve your speaking, you have to go to school, you have to talk to your teacher, or you have to keep in touch with your teacher. Otherwise, there was no chance to improve your speaking. But now, if you don't have any teacher, if you don't go to school, you can develop your speaking. You can improve your speaking skills. How? Because of technology. Because now, if you just take a smartphone, then if you just take ChatGPT, with whom you can practice as human being. I mean, you can make ChatGPT as human, or ChatGPT can act like human. So you can stand in front of a smartphone or in front of a laptop, then you can use ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT, please act me as human. I want to practice my speaking with you, and you should speak with me. Then ChatGPT will just act like a human being. Thus, you can improve your speaking. So that's why you don't need to have any kind of even teacher, even partner for from improving speaking. So that's why we can say technology, I mean, has provided a fantastic thing, an amazing opportunity that we can improve our speaking. And also, I already have mentioned ChatGPT is one of the nice tool by which you can develop your speaking, because ChatGPT can act like human, like you. And then there are many apps. If you just go to Google Play Store, that time you will see varieties of speaking app. If you just download these apps and log in this, and then you can make a call, then you will get many partners from around the world, not only from Bangladesh. You can manage partner from the entire world, and there are a premium version as well as free version. So if you just want to make conversation with the people of the world, you can use this app, and then you can talk to them. Thus you can improve your speaking. You even don't need to go to USA, but you can connect with the people of USA. You can talk to the people with the USA through the help of this sort of app. I didn't mention any app specifically because there are many apps, so you can use this. So last of all, I can say that, I mean, listening, speaking English has been seriously easier, quite easier for us because of technology. Technology made everything possible. Technology made everything easier for us to get to amalgamate. So I think if you can use technology well, or all the instrument of technology properly, you can improve your speaking, listening, even everything you can improve. So last of all, I would like to thank you very much for watching my videos, and I'm really proud of being a student of TESOL, although I'm a teacher.